and welcome back to the Best Friends Club Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Charlotte.
And my name is Fizz.
And we're back for another episode of the one and only Dan and Phil podcast in existence until Dan and Phil decide to make their own.
Yep. The one, the only, the best one.
But even the thing is, even if they did make one, we can still have the claim to fame that we were the first.
That's true. They can't take ownership of that.
They can't take that away from us. So if they come out tweeting saying, hey, we're the first Dan and Phil podcast, we'll have to be like, excuse me, no, you're not. We're here. I'll send them screenshots of our Spotify following and be like, look at this date. We did this before you.
Our first stats are a year and almost a year of analysing and chatting.
It is almost a year. We should do a special episode for that. I've only just realised.
Yeah, it's in about a month. I think next month is...
Yeah, I think it's June. We should do a special episode. If anybody listening has any ideas of things we could do in a special episode, maybe like a fun fandom chats one, or maybe a specific video we could do as like a special celebration. Let us know on Twitter or on Tumblr. That'd be great.
Yeah, send us an ask, send us a DM, whatever. I was thinking we could maybe do like a Q&A or something, like just talk about our
oh my god, a Q&A.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
If anyone cares to know our thoughts and feelings on things that we haven't discussed, that we can...
I think we've got some hardcore friendies out there that have some questions that they could ask us.
Yeah, please do. Feel free. It's gonna be so exciting, but yeah, in a month, please.
Yeah, well, I'll get tweeting that. We'll do some tweets next week, and we can I'll arrange that. Now I'm a social media manager.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Enough about us. What have Dan and Phil been up to?
Oh, so much since we've last recorded. Literally, the day we recorded or posted, I think the day after, Phil posted roasting Dan's outfits, which was
an excellent video.
Excellent video. Very Charlotte coded, very Charlotte catered to.
It really was.
It really was. Like, every time they talk about their outfits, I'm like, you're literally stealing from Charlotte fan outfits. What is wrong with you? It's either stealing from you or just like taking inspiration from you or just like fully fan servicing you in some way.
I'm waiting for them to like ask to like collab with me, and like they can just directly send me links to the clothes they bought, and then I don't have to do anything.
Literally, yeah. Like, you are literally an archive of everything that they've ever worn, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was a great video. I did enjoy that. I didn't enjoy a lot of the comments that were saying that Dan... I know the video was roasting Dan's outfits, but I think there were some people who were quite mean about Dan's clothes, and I'm not here for that.
No, never. Yeah, no, we are pro Dan fashion at this podcast for sure.
You say that, but the outfit that he wore in the video we're discussing today is disgusting.
It was a different time. He made it clear, being like, we'll get into it. We'll get into that. No, but I love Dan's clothes. We love it, and we love that he cares about fashion enough to like, you know, spend on it and all of that. I know people have a huge problem with him spending money on clothes, but I feel like if you had his money, we all have stupid shit that we would spend money on.
And that's Dan's stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly. And we should just let him live. He also looks good in the clothes. That's another thing. I'm like, if he looked bad, I would probably be in the camp of people being like, why are you spending so much money and then also, you know, not looking great. But he looked great, so let him live.
He does look great. They've also uploaded a ton of gaming videos. And Dan has been on a tour of the South for his paperback release of You Will Get Through This Night. So they've been busy bees.
They really have, yeah. Good gaming videos as well. I think my favorite one was the drunk texting one.
That was incredibly funny. I did like that one.
But
I just really enjoy the card games that they play. I think they're really fun.
right? I'm like really happy with this particular spawn that they have with the people who make these games.
Yeah.
I would love to buy one. Like, this is one spawn where I'm like, ooh, I would, if this was available to me, I would buy. Thanks, Dinosaur. Really good.
Yeah, no, the drunk texting was a good one. Anyway, that's what Dan and Phil have been up to now. But Fizz, what were Dan and Phil up to in August 2013?
Well, Charlotte, I'm glad you asked. In August 2013.
Smooth segue. We're so professional. That was like slick.
It's great. Almost a year of doing this, and we're getting in like really good at this.
We really are.
But no, to actually answer your question and to sort of like start the episode, in August 2013, Dan and Phil were, not that we were made aware as an audience, which is something we'll get into, but they were working with a brand of cereal, I think, called Crave, with a K. And they were getting into animal onesies and trying to catch cereal in their mouths, I think. Or like eat cereal for content.
Yeah,
so today we're discussing Dan. Yeah, today we're discussing Dan the Dinosaur on danisnotonfire, which was uploaded on 23rd August 2013.
Yes, 23rd August.
Yes. This is a now archived video, as in like it's not available to watch on his channel, but it is available to watch on YouTube. You can go and search for it. But yeah.
I can see why he got rid of this one. It's not exactly representative of the Dan we know and love today.
Yeah, no. And I think he was like cringing throughout the video. I think he wished he could delete it as soon as possible. And that was one of the first ones to go.
My first note about this was he hated doing this. And I wrote at the end, like, some of his, like, how he was speaking at the beginning when he was, like, pulling out the cereal, he sounded so sarcastic and he looked so unhappy. I'm surprised that this, like, made it through the screening process for whoever works at Crave, who was authorizing watching these videos and saying, yep, that's good to go, you can upload it. I'm surprised that this made it through because he looked so fed up.
One of my first notes was that he's so bad at Spawn, it's like his gaming channel Spawn bits. It's why Phil is the one who always does like Spawn sections in the video, because Dan is just on the side rolling his eyes and making fun of it. Like, he's not made for #Spawn at all.
He's really not.
And he said it. He has talked about it, but yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of context for this. I think, I'm not claiming that this is true, but I think from my memory that the Crave partnership that lots of YouTube channels and like their management companies had, this was the first big like YouTube Spawn brand deal for a company.
I think so, because my earliest memory of it was like the Oreo one, but this was before that.
Yeah.
And we were just not, like, we just did not know that they were probably being paid for it.
I feel that's why I'm so interested to know, like, obviously, looking back in hindsight, it's so obvious that this was... I mean, it's very obvious that they were working with Crave and they were asking... Crave had asked them to make these videos and they were posting it and they were asking us to get involved. So it was very clear that it was some sort of brand deal. But I'm intrigued at the time what we thought, because I'd had a look through my tweets. I couldn't really see anything, so I wasn't really in the fandom at this point, so I wasn't having these discussions. I'm so intrigued to know, like, did people like click that they were getting paid lots of money to do this, or did they just think, oh, this is a fun like partnership that people have done? Like, did we see it as a brand deal, as like, did we see it as spawn content, or was it just, oh, this is a fun video with Crave?
I think, okay, so I was also not like in the fandom at this point, but I was, I think in hindsight now, what I think is that because they framed it as, oh, I'm tagging this person to do the challenge, it kind of just read as another YouTube channel, another YouTube challenge tag situation. And also beyond that, I don't know, I guess at that point, social media didn't really have the language of like brand partnerships and brand deals. That was more reserved for like traditional media. Like celebrities did brand deals, not so much YouTubers.
Yeah. So I did have a look, and I found a few articles from the time saying that big YouTubers who are with these like management companies have partnered with Crave to promote their cereal, blah 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 blah. So it was like, I suppose, like a big thing. It was this whole campaign that they had to get, because it was over the summer holidays in the UK that people started doing this, and the root of it was to promote the new ride at Alton Towers, the Smiler, who I should have done some more research into this. I presume that Crave maybe had part funded the ride, or they'd partnered with the ride. I don't know. But it was this whole campaign over the summer holidays to get people involved. And obviously people, like brands, had realised that lots of teenagers were watching YouTube, and that what a great way to get people to come to your theme park or to buy your cereal than to get a YouTuber to make a silly video.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't remember that many. I just remember there being a lot of YouTubers that I watched doing it. Like not as many, because it was, I don't think it went to like, for example, like the British crew YouTube circle. But yeah. That's cool. I forgot that it was about a ride, because he says it at the end of the video, but yeah.
He does, yeah. But going back as well to what you said, that it didn't feel like it was a brand because like they were tagging each other in the videos. In hindsight, that is hilarious that they were tagging each other when clearly like they all would have been contracted to have made a video anyway, regardless of if they'd have been tagged. Like Dan says, he's like, oh, I've been tagged by my sexy friend Jack Harries. And it's like, that's great that like you're doing that, but it's like in hindsight, they would have all been contracted to make these videos regardless if they'd been tagged anyway.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I think they just had like a huge social media like calendar, the people at Crave, and they're like, okay, so we'll go from this person, this person, this person. It's actually a very creative way of doing it, because now
it really is,
like Spawn. Yeah, like you look at Spawn sections and videos that YouTubers do, and it's always the same brands, and they have like a script that they follow, and you always know and you skip through it. But the whole tagging system, very new, very fresh. I think we should bring it back. It's sort of like, I don't know.
Just to go a bit deeper before we've actually even discussed the video, assuming that this is, which I think it is, I feel pretty secure saying that this is one of the first big YouTube brand deals that like a company did. I'd be so intrigued to know how much they were all paid for this. Were they all paid the same? I would hope so. And how much, because I feel like, because obviously this was like the very birth of YouTube, like before it sort of became a big thing, like back in 2013. So I reckon that Crave could have gotten away with literally paying them all like pennies, like literal pennies to do this, because it was the first time this had been done. People were still like navigating like how this worked. So I'd be intrigued to know. I'd love to know if anybody knows, had any information. If Dan or Phil, if you're listening, you want to let us know how much we're paid, just leave us a little message.
We won't tell, like we'll just call you an anonymous source, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, same. I think, haven't they like talked about that era and being like, we worked a lot but we were paid like nothing sometimes? Like obviously AdSense and stuff was still new, so they weren't getting paid that much from ads, but I don't know. Yeah, same. I'd be like super, I want to know.
I mean, I could be completely wrong. They could have been paid like quite a lot, but I just feel because it was this first big YouTube deal, like Spawn thing, and like YouTube wasn't really a big thing then, the companies could have got away with, yeah. And like, as we said, so we did mention the Oreo lick race there. There were at this point no rules or any regulations about YouTubers doing Spawn videos or ads on YouTube, so they could get away with anything, essentially.
Yeah, they could sell you, like literally, like I think it was big in like the beauty space where they would talk about products and stuff, because beauty, like you just talk about a lot of brands, so beauty brands could just send people shit, and they would never, even if they weren't paying the YouTuber for it, you would still get your product promoted because the beauty crew would talk about it. But yeah, and they had like no obligation to say like this was gifted to me or I'm being paid for this or whatever.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm just having a Google now to see if I can find if anyone has said anything about how much they got paid for Crave Challenge.
I can hear it. I can be like Charlotte in research mode, just like. Where is Jack Harris right now? Like while you're
doing like, I can't remember which one, but one of the twins does like environmental things.
Ooh.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't know whether we want to keep this in or not. But I found an article by 1080 magazine who did an article about the Oreo lick race video, saying that some YouTubers were believed to be paid up to £2,000 to be in the Oreo lick race video. And that was a year after this. So I imagine maybe sort of similar prices, which I suppose is that like pretty standard. I mean, that's like a month's wage for me. So that's a pretty good amount of money. Who knows?
I don't know. That does sound enough. So I imagine they both got paid like up to 2,000 each. So like 4,000.
Yeah.
Jointly.
Just as a guesstimate. I mean, they need that. They were living in the middle of London, so yeah.
Actually, yeah. Ooh,
right, okay. Shall we actually get into discussing the video? Well, what sort of loose content there is with the video?
Sure, yeah. We had a bit of a back and forth about whether this was joint content, but Phil is in the video, so we are counting.
He's definitely there. I heard his voice.
we certainly like see a bunch of him, just like he's there, he's on Dan's bed. It's great.
He's on Dan's bed using a catapult, which I'm not going to say anything about. we're just gonna leave that there.
That's what it is. That's what they describe it as. So that's what we're gonna say it is.
Or as Phil described it as, something that ladies use when they're giving birth.
Something Phil is apparently familiar with.
I think Dan says the comment after that. He's like, I don't want to know what you get up to, like watching online.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we are introduced to Dan the dinosaur. He looks so cute in that little dinosaur onesie.
He does. He has a very baby face in this video. I did think that. He looks very sweet.
I was thinking, watching this video as well, one of the things, I think it was a Tumblr post or something on Twitter that I saw a few like weeks ago, that you can see like Dan now, he's like 32, you can see his like smile and laughter lines, they're so deep. And it was like some really disgusting post about how like, oh, he's got like such deep smile and like laughter lines because he spent so many years living with Phil, who like always makes him smile and always makes him laugh. But gross, disgusting. But I think that's one of like the big things that like I think has changed about his face. Like here, his face is so like smooth and like empty. And I'm not saying he's only been living with Phil for like a few years at this point, but like I think that's one of the things that makes him look so young. Like he doesn't have those signs of aging and having lived a life.
Also because he's like 22 here. That's another thing.
He
but
is.
He's just very baby in this video and in this era.
I found my tweets about Phil's video. So Phil did a similar video, dressed up in a lion costume, had to eat some cereal with a challenge. And I found my tweets from the time of that video, and they were all just in shock that he was 26 in that video. And I was like, Phil is 26? Dan is 22? Whoa. What is this?
I'm 26 in like a month. That's disgusting. Ew.
You're as old as Phil was in 2013. Ew.
Yeah. Time is not real. Ew.
But yeah, so Phil is there on the bed using a catapult in a very interesting position. That's all we're going to say on that one. I don't think that needs any more discussion.
Yeah, but the premise is basically that Dan is in this onesie and his arms are basically crossed to the wrong hands because he's a T-Rex basically, and he needs to catch cereal in his mouth, right? Or just catch cereal. He needs to eat it basically, and he has a very hard time doing that. It's not easy.
He really does.
Actually, in the beginning, I don't know if it's a little while, so he's trying to catch it and he can't. And then there's this one part where you hear a moan and it's so loud. And when I rewatched it, I was like, that can't have been real. And I rewind it and it was still there. And then Dan goes, please don't make sex noises or something. It's really distracting. And I was like, distracting?
Yeah, he says, try not to make sex noises. That's really distracting. I was just like, okay, that's an interesting word to use, Dan. That's what you want to say. Moving on and very quickly.
My next note was just, this is so enjoyable, but I have no commentary. So, if you have anything to say, please go ahead.
It was just such an insane concept for a video. Like, they were just firing cereal at Dan's face for, I don't know, probably a good, half an hour, I'd say.
Yeah, for a good while, and it got so messy. That was my one thing. There was cereal on the walls, on the floor, which they had put a lovely little tarp on the floor.
No, I think that was a rug in Dan's room. I don't think that was a tarp.
No, but it was plastic.
No, I feel like it was a rug because I think he had it after that. I think it was a rug that he had in his room.
Okay, well, -1 for home decor. He had not.
Have we got to start Have we got to start ranking their home decor now? We'll do outfits and home decor.
If we see something new, I think we should, because that is a horrible choice. But I'm glad he's stepped up now that we see their actual home now.
Oh yeah, the house is beautifully decorated.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so messy. I want to know how long they spent finding cereal in that room, in the following weeks.
Probably so much. Considering, I don't know how often they clean or whatever at that point, but early 20s boys, I'm just gonna make an assumption and say they were probably finding it a lot in the coming weeks. Yeah,
I agree.
I'm just very surprised that this video got uploaded. That's my one thing. It's so humiliating. You don't understand. If you haven't watched this video, please go and watch it. Dan in this age would not make this video. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. I don't know why Dan in that age made it. Like we said before, you could tell he was so sarcastic and he just looked so unhappy to be there. I'm just baffled as to how this got through any sort of screening.
Yeah, same. Just, oh my god. Yeah, because he was complaining the entire time as well. He was just like, and I'm just like...
But then when he was actually filming it, he had a great time. He was laughing, rolling about on the floor.
That's actually true, yeah. I guess because Phil was there. If it was something that he had to do alone,
yeah,
definitely wouldn't would not do it.
My other note for this was, I don't know where I have this knowledge from, whether it's true or not, if it was just a theory, but I think that their friend Bryony filmed this video.
Oh yeah, do you know what's funny? It did not occur to me until now that the camera was moving, so they had to have had someone there.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw something, like someone had pieced together, like Bryony had posted something about being at their flat, and it fit with the timing of this, or it was just people speculating. If it's not her, got absolutely no idea who filmed it.
Yeah,
some unknown person.
Yeah, I think the only other person I can think of is PJ, if he was in London at the time.
Yeah, but I feel if it was PJ, they would have acknowledged that it was PJ.
That's true.
Which makes me think maybe it was Bryony, and that knowledge that I have from somewhere is truth.
Yeah. No, I would believe it, yeah. Because at that point she wasn't on the internet, like, as a YouTuber. I don't think she's paper-released anymore. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I do just... It is a very ridiculous video, but I just love 2013 Dan. I think he's one of my favourite Dans, because he's just a little tiny boy. He's a little bit silly. Him and Phil are just having fun. Like, they're still figuring things out. And we got some great content from them in 2013. As I say that, we haven't actually had that many joint videos this year from them, but I think just separately, we had some great content from them.
We did. They were stepping it up, like, a lot. Considering, like, they were busy boys. Like, they had started their BBC show, obviously. They have said that they were doing a lot of work in 2013. They had just been to New York. They were doing Playlist Live, VidCon, the whole, like, everything they could possibly do, they were doing. And they were still putting up pretty good videos on top of it. So...
some good videos coming up in the next time episode. I was going to say next week, but we don't upload weekly, so the next episode.
I mean, hopefully it'll be next week. Let's keep our hopes high. But okay. So I mean, it's a very short video. It's not even 10 minutes long. And that is pretty much it. Like, at the end of it, he talks about the ride. And he tagged someone else. I wrote the name down. I did not look up who this person is. Ricky Richards.
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, he said, he didn't say I'm tagging this person. He said Ricky Richards TV is coming up next or something. So I think he broke...
I did not pay attention to that at all.
I wanted to see who he would tag. I was like, it's not Phil, because Phil's already done his video.
That's what I mean. Like, I've never even heard of this person, so it's so obvious now looking back that obviously, like, they were all contracted to make these videos, and it's like, right, Dan, you pretend to tag this person, and then the video that person has already filmed, they can then upload it.
Yeah. Wow. Influencer marketing, like, the origins of all of that, and now it's a huge business. It's crazy.
It is, yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I suppose as well, this, like, 2012, 2013 was like the first big year that YouTubers got managers, and there were like specific avenues of. So I think at this time Dan and Phil were with Channel Flip, which I think is one of like the first big YouTube management companies. I think they managed other things as well, but I know they had like a big YouTube client list. So like this time of year, this is, you know, and I suppose it's a brand new thing for those people as well, like managing YouTubers. Like, what does that mean to manage a YouTuber? What are their expectations? Like, how does that all work?
Yeah, and exactly, like, it's not like, and it's also not like they're managing people who have been in the entertainment industry. Sometimes you're just managing kids, like literal children.
Yeah.
And being like, this is how you'll get paid, and this is how you should reach out to brands, and don't worry about, like, taxes. I'll do those. Or I don't know how it goes, but that's insane.
I would love to interview someone who is, like, a YouTube talent manager. If we can find one, that would be a great episode of this podcast.
Oh my god, I know. Maybe you can... who's Dan and Phil's manager? What's her name? She's so amazing. With them at
Marianne, their ex.
Yeah,
the ex.
Yeah. The older manager. Yeah. Did you say you're Facebook friends with her?
I did not say that, no.
Sorry. It's
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I just dropped that in casually? Yeah, so you know Dan Phil's like old manager? Yeah, I'm Facebook friends with it.
I'm sorry, your voice just cut off in a very specific way where I heard you say Facebook friends, and I was like, wait, what? To be fair,
No.
it's kind of late. It's like almost 11 p.m. It's almost my bedtime. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone.
I don't think there's any way we could interview her. She's also like I want to say like a 40-year-old woman. I'd be terrified to have a conversation with her. But yeah,
yeah. Anyone else?
If anyone else, maybe we can figure something out. I'm sure we can. We can have a look. We'll see.
Honestly,
see what connections we have.
Honestly, if any listeners are in influencer marketing in just like from the brand side in any sort of company, that would also be like, if you could give us an insider look into it, that would also be cool. But yeah,
that would be very cool. So my final notes about the video were Dan's sweaty curly hair is very nice.
Agree.
And I love the sexy end screen dance.
I do too. I wrote my last note is literally Dino but exclamation mark. It was great.
She was so great. Bring her back, Dan, please.
Yeah, now he should. Now that everyone's an adult here, everyone's grown. You can be sexy.
Exactly.
He also enjoys being sexy, unironically. So
he really does.
I think he should bring it back. You're right.
Shall we move on to some outfit ratings and then we can rate the video?
Do we have to?
Yes, we do, unfortunately. It's part of the podcast format.
Oh, okay.
So the outfits... We'll go with his non-dinosaur outfit first. Awful, I want to guess, Top Man t-shirt that says like Infinite on it, and the sort of like 3/4 length black shorts. Disgusting. 1 out of 10 for the t-shirt. Maybe a push 2 out of 10 for the shorts because they make his legs look long.
As if his legs are not long anyway. Same, I think. I would give a 1.5 for the entire outfit, like 0 for the t-shirt, even though he said in the beginning it said I'm wearing this shirt ironically, and I'm like, well, you could have picked any other shirt, like you didn't use it.
I don't think he ever wore that t-shirt again. I've only seen him wear it in this video.
Same, at least I don't remember. It's honestly, this is kind of mean for me to say as a Philly, but it could have been a Phil t-shirt. I'm sorry,
It could have.
Yeah, I don't think it was, but it could have been. But yeah, I like the 3/4 though. I think they're like functional. They're fine.
Yeah.
Overall, no.
And then we have Phil's t-shirt with a line on. A line, no, it's a bear. Not a line, it's a bear. My
Charlotte,
apologies.
that is a bear. Did you see today?
Was that a PJ reference?
Everyone,
oh my god!
Everyone just fucking. They were like, "Why did you start laughing?" Oh my god! And today,
that's such a good tweet. You have unlocked something. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
No, but did you see that this is so? Who? I think Tom Scott today retweeted that tweet, being like, "Happy anniversary" to this tweet.
Did he actually? Oh my god, that is so funny. I'm gonna go and have a look as well.
His name is the Tom Scott, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny that he did it as well. Like, happy 10-year anniversary to all who celebrate. That is so funny. Like, he is the funniest man on the internet. Sorry. I love Tom
He really
Scott.
is. That is so funny. Today I made friends with a wolf. That's a bear. Oh, PJ, so funny.
The fact I'm so happy Alfie has not deleted his Twitter as well, because
He can't. He's not allowed.
Oh, he's not allowed? Is that... Oh, he's not...
No, he's not allowed.
Oh, he still uploads stuff on it. Okay. That's good. Oh my god.
It's so funny.
Happy anniversary, everyone. It'll be past.
Happy anniversary. Incredible. Absolutely incredible work.
I miss when... I guess the internet is still like this, but influencers are just not speaking to each other like this anymore.
They don't. They really should. They should bring that back. Anyway, how much? I'm giving Phil's bear t-shirt a 6 out of 10. I think it's fun.
Yes, same. I think I'm giving it a 6 as well. And they general black jeans, whatever. Good luck.
But then I forgot. So the dinosaur onesie. Obviously that deserves its own separate ranking.
10 out of 10.
For me, 10 out of 10. Yeah, he looks cute and cozy. It's a bit silly. Yeah. Damn the dinosaur.
Good. One of his better onesies from all the ones he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not beaten by the Winnie the Pooh one, obviously. That's a very special one.
I mean, yeah, that it's unrankable.
So, on to some video rankings. Fizz, how many dinosaurs out of 10 would you rank Dan the Dinosaur?
I would give this video 6 dinosaurs out of 10. It's very mid to enjoyable. It's not bad. But, yeah. What about you? How many dinosaurs?
I'm also going to go with a 6, I think. It is a bit of a stretch calling it joint content, but god damn it if we aren't going to do every video that Dan and Phil are in.
Together on their channel.
Exactly.
Yep. I think this is more joint content than I think Phil's was. Because we could have done Phil's, but we don't see Dan at all in it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Which then brings up the question, so obviously Phil recently has done those videos where Dan is off camera talking to him. Did they count as joint content or not? That's the age-old question, isn't it?
I think that's a question for when we get there. I think we'll have to bend rules, is my prediction for that.
We'll see. Maybe we'll do some polls.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll get the audience to vote.
I wonder what they'll say. Alright.
So, that has been Dan the Dinosaur, uploaded August 23rd, 2013. Fizz, would you care to tell the listeners what video we're going to be talking about next time?
You're going to love this one, because next episode we're going to be talking about Dan and Phil in London. We're going to be talking about London Diddle. Iconic.
London Diddle. Oh, one of my favourites, I will say.
Same. I'm really excited because I have very vivid memories of the lead up to this video, so I feel like I'm going to be yapping a lot next time. So
I think this was, excluding Pin-Off, because Pin-Off is sort of its own thing, but I think since joining the fandom, this was probably the first big Dan and Phil chunky long video that I had uploaded. So this was a treat.
Yeah, it's one of the their yearly it became a yearly tradition for them, I think, very quickly. So yeah, super exciting. But we'll see.
Very exciting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Same. Alright.
So thank you everybody for listening. It's a nice quick one today. We had a nice little chat. It's nice to chat to you, Fizz.
Nice to chat to you as well, Charlotte. It's been a while since we've recorded, that's why. So
it has. And we don't speak in between. We only talk on the podcast. We don't have any other communication.
The Best Friends Club is in fact a very professional relationship. No, but yeah, so we'll see you next time. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you all for listening. Bye.
Bye.